Another breaking update coming in as far as war in West Asia is concerned. Tensions between Iran and the United States are escalating further. A senior Iranian security official has warned that Iran could take steps to close additional strategic waterways if the U.S. continues the naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz. And the warning, remember, comes amid growing tensions in the region with the concerns that any move to restrict the key shipping route at this point in time, that is the Strait of Hormuz, could affect the global trade and energy supplies. Iran had, remember, previously also used such threats related to waterways as a pressure tactic. And at this point in time, we're learning that tensions between the two countries, they are also escalating. A senior Iranian security official has warned that Iran could take steps to close additional strategic waterways if U.S. continues the naval blockade. Going once again to Mayank on this. Mayank, how serious is this warning that is coming from Iran, and has Iran given any indication about which waterway could be affected?
Akansha, there had been a kind of a indication that whatever is being stated now, people had been suspecting that if the war expands or envelope expands, in that case, Iran would try to pressurize or use its pressure in other areas also. And in this case, generally what we are talking of is actually Red Sea, and Bab el-Mandeb is another choke point. You know, the economy of the world moves on the ocean surfaces, and the energy supply of the world, it crosses through certain choke points, and that includes Strait of Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb, and similarly we also bring in Strait of Malacca also as an example in such cases. But here in what we see is actually Houthis had been sending signals towards Bab el-Mandeb that they would be ready. As of now, what they had been saying is that they will be stopping all kind of maritime vessels which are coming out or reaching towards Saudi Arabia. And whereas what we had been seeing in Strait of Hormuz is that anything which is coming out originating at Iranian ports or is supposed to reach to Iranian ports had to be blockaded by the US Navy. So what they are saying is actually, which is whatever the Iranian sources are saying, is to expand their clamp down over the other the strategic waterways is Bab el-Mandeb, towards Bab el-Mandeb. Now, what is more important is actually a larger portion of energies, which includes derivatives also, petroleum derivatives. It moves through these two choke points, Strait of Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb, which is Red Sea, that side. So that is going to definitely choke down or further create problems in terms of energy transfers or energy transport to the other nations. So that could create major problems, Akansha.
All right. So once again, Iran giving the warning that to US that they would block additional strategic waterways if the naval blockade in the Strait of Hormuz continues. Stay on with us, Mayank. I'll come back to you once again. We have another breaking update coming in as tensions between US and Iran are further rising, with both the sides trading warnings. Iran has accused US of sending mixed messages by talking about negotiation while also warning of possible military action. An Iranian lawmaker has said that Iran will not give in to the pressure from the United States. The remarks comes after US President Donald Trump, remember, has been warning of possible strikes against Iran. Reports say that US and Israel are reviewing military options, while Iran has warned of a strong response if the energy facilities there are attacked. So tensions between the two countries are rising further, with both the sides trading warning. But at this point in time, we're learning that Iran has accused US of sending mixed signals. On one side, talking about diplomacy, negotiations, etc., and also warning of possible military actions as well. Mayank, coming back to you on this, how serious is the current US-Iran standoff, and what more do we know about the chances of military action versus the ongoing diplomatic talks?
Akansha, this second round of attacks which are taking place now, actually, I mean, when I say second round, which is actually, I was clubbing for longer duration attacks, actually. I mean, when initially 39 days attack had taken place, and now it is already extending towards 20 days and all. What it has shown is both sides are not only fighting war of words, but hard power, but war of words also are coming out from both sides in a way to signal what could be in waiting in future. What has been coming out that US and Israel together, they might be attacking or they might be destroying further the energy infrastructure or petrochemical infrastructure also. It is in that retaliation or in that regard that the Iranians had been now trying to send out the words from their side, saying that they will be further destroying the energy centers of the places. And mind it, Akansha, there had already been attacks to places in Israel, Oman,
All right.
Bahrain, Qatar, UAE, Kuwait. So what it means is actually they will be expanding, which is both sides would be expanding their attacks towards civilian areas. That could be energy supplies, that could be petroleum centers, and this is going to create problems for the local nations.